Hi, I'm Jorge. I'm the leader of Sinkies.
Hi, I'm Pepe, and I'm the leader of Softies.
Well, tell us, Pepe, about your mark. What's the main purpose of our objective about it?
Our main purpose is create a new brand of clothing made from bamboo with Mexican designs, handmade by indigenous Mexican artists, and because these people have a more instilled culture than the majority of the population.
And tell us, what are you purposing to do research regarding the actual situation in your field?
Um, we're going to investigate how much fabric is needed, analyze the market, and check how many people will be willing to buy it.
Well, what's your main competition? I mean, are there other products similar to what are you doing? And what are you making different from them?
There is one brand that makes clothing made out of bamboo, but the thing is that the ones they make are plain clothing, meaning that they don't have any original design at all.
And what's the main problem you're trying to solve with your innovation? I mean, what are the causes or the consequences?
The causes are the lack of national representation in the fashion industry, in addition to the few options in sustainable and conscious fashion products. And the consequences are that we compete with other companies, but we enter the industry from another side, which will be eco-friendly, increasing patriotism in the Mexican Republic.
And what are some variables you expect to have during your investigation?
We have comfort, quality, prices, and original designs.
And how are you going to measure the success of your innovation?
By doing surveys, but also by keeping track of the profit, sales, etc.
That's interesting, but how are you planning to fund your innovation?
This business will be funded by ourselves, and then we will find investors to help us with new business ideas that we could have in the future. And now, tell us about your enterprise or restaurant or gym. What is the main purpose and objective?
Well, our product is a sink, which appears to be like any other, but it will include an scale. So when you leave what you want to wash there, it will indicate the weight, and depending on the weight, that scales the register. When opening the faucet, will only give you the necessary amount of water for the recorded weight.
All right. What are you proposing to do research regarding the actual situation in your field?
For this project, we need to know precisely the amount of water that is needed based on the weight of the product. To get this information, different experiments are needed, from washing dishes, glasses, cutlery, to washing fruits and vegetables. And for example, it's necessary to do the same experiment with many repetitions in order to obtain an average water used per gram. The water per minute that comes out the tap is 8 liters, while the complete cycle of the dishwater is 9 liters, so that's a lot of water.
All right. And about your main competition, are other products or services similar to what you are doing or proposing?
Nowadays, there are similar products on the market, but for the water to come out, you have to press different buttons, making it tedious for the people using the product. Unlike them, our process will be an automatic, since just by leaving the products inside the sink, the scale will calculate the water that will come out.
What is the main problem you are trying to solve with your innovation? What are the causes and the consequences?
Well, the main problem from which we want to make this new product is so that we begin to become aware of the reality. In many times we use more water than is necessary for what are we going to wash. At the time of washing, no more water will be allowed to come out than the indicated weight appears. One of the consequences could be that there is a lack of water you want to wash, but this is why we're doing several tests of how much water is needed of certain weight to have everything more calculated, and that is for the error that doesn't happen.
All right. And what are some variables you expect to have during your investigation?
Well, we have 3 different variables. The independent, which is that the weight of the products to be washed, such as plates, glasses, pans, cutlery, fluid, vegetables, etc. The dependent, that is the amount of water that will come out of the tap, since depending on the weight, the water will change. And the control is that the water program that comes out.
And how are you going to measure the success of your innovation?
We will measure the achievement when we see the amount of water saved is significant. Also, we can see this in the water bills paid by the users of the product.
All right. And finally, how are you planning to fund your innovation?
In order to make this a reality, our plan is to team up with companies that handle sink parts so we can become partners. By putting ideas together, it will be easier for us to make our products reality. For example, a brand of sinks which we would like to collaborate is Eve Technica, since it's a Mexican brand that has been on the market for years, and apart from that, it's a very good quality. Thank you.
Thank you.